Yellowstone supervolcano quake swarm is still continuing. It's over the caldera. And today we had a 3.6 magnitude earthquake, besides a 3.2, 2.7, 2.4, and another 30 some odd earthquakes right over the lake. As you can see there, the lake is over the caldera, is over the roof of the magma chamber. That's exactly at the 4 o'clock position in the caldera where we've had our earthquake swarm. It started yesterday, going into today, and we have the shake map intensity. It shook all the way into Idaho, and let's look at the map because something very strange is happening there. This is a very large quake swarm right over the roof of the caldera. We know that the geologists told us in the past that this was a concern. They explained to us that supervolcanoes are not like regular volcanoes because they're much bigger in size, and we have this caldera there that has the lake on the most part for a fifth or a sixth of the lake, and we can see that they say that even a stiff breeze that creates the ripples of the waves on the lake is enough to give earthquakes to the caldera, which is not good because it can crack the roof of the magma chamber. So let's take a look at the map and keep this in mind, that the earthquakes are all over the center of the lake, as we see here at the 4 o'clock position over the caldera. Let's take a look at the map, see what's going on. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. This is our boundary of the Yellowstone Park, and the caldera, as we know, extends over the park. It extends into Montana, Idaho, and the northeastern part of Wyoming. And this is the caldera here. This is the earthquake swarm. This one, 3.6 today. 3.9 miles, which is the roof just below. Well, the roof of the magma chamber is anywhere between 3 miles to 5 miles down. So you can see that this, not good. Most of them are there. What is going on? Let's take a look at Sizemore Berkeley. This is it right there. That's yesterday's. This is today's, 3.6. And, okay, that's the lake, as we can see. This past week, these are the quakes this past week around the area. Most of them, the past swarm was around the northeast, just above the lake, still in the caldera region. This is Hebgen Lake. That Z there is Hebgen Lake. And we'll see that the shake map shows that it's even gone into the Idaho area. And this is our shake map. Okay, and let's go back to our topography. You can't see much there. Let's go in again. It shook most of the state of Wyoming, I would say, especially the northeast, into Montana and Idaho. There's Hebgen Lake right there. And shall we go into our aerial? There's not much you can see, but the lake is right there, okay? You can see that this is not a small earthquake for Yellowstone standards. Okay, we had an earthquake August 17, 1959 in Hebgen Lake, 7.3 earthquake that caused a landslide and blocked off part of a lake, and they called that Quake Lake, Earthquake Lake. But let's go again to our aerial. Okay, and a little bit further in, so you can see there's hardly anybody living there. Very few people. Let's take out the intensity so you can see. Okay, the intensity shows us where it's been felt, so you can see that this is Idaho. This is the lava flow of Idaho. It looks very pristine and beautiful. And this is Salt Lake. Remember we had a little while back we had the big earthquake out of nowhere here, Salt Lake City, and then we had a few days later a bigger earthquake in Idaho, which both of those did rock Yellowstone. And the geologist in charge of Yellowstone, Mike Poland, explained to us that he didn't believe there would be any sort of hazard for eruption, but there could be a change in hydrothermal activities, in geysers and the hydrothermal areas of Yellowstone because of those earthquakes. The plumbing systems could have changed because of those two earthquakes. But let's take out the intensity. You can see if you extend these shake intensity, it could go, I don't know, maybe it could have shaken Salt Lake again. Remember that we have quite a few volcanoes in Utah and quite a few in Idaho. And anyway, I'm not going to go into those right now, but let's take away the intensity maps so you can see a little bit more clearly. And put in the population density. Okay. And see what we have there. Okay, there we are. And a couple of people living there. Okay, a couple of people living near the lake. Okay, for the most part, not many people living there. And that's the activity, very strange activity in the middle of the lake on the caldera. And I forget how many people reported, if anybody reported this. 2 people reported. Okay, as we said, there's hardly anybody living there. So all of you there, please be very careful. I know there's a lot of people that are visiting Yellowstone. It's a beautiful area, but something very strange is going on. Now let's go to this. This is the USGS Yellowstone Observatory monitoring of the earthquakes. And let's take a look at what's going on. Let's take the GPS for Hebgen Lake, P456. And let's take a look at the displacement, what's going on there. It's not going on. Let's go again. 456. Okay, there we go. If this goes up, it means that the displacement is going east. This is the graph for east. It's going very, very slightly east. This is a graph showing 2009 to today. And this one shows the displacement going north. Again, slightly going north, so it's going northeast, in other words, this way. And it's seasonal but inflating. Seasonal but inflating. It's going northeast, seasonal and inflating. Let's take one here, P713, if that's any good. It's not good. Let's take the one just south of that, P710. Okay. They don't want to show up immediately. What's going on here? Okay. Okay, there we go. So remember the one at Hebgen Lake was going northeast. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was going northeast, if I remember correctly. This one is steady, but it's not going north, it's going south. South. This is very weird here. South and then north and then south. And basically seasonal, but very slow deflation. So in Hebgen Lake inflating, this area here deflating. Let's go to one. Is this one P709? What's going there? Okay, that is going, the north-south is steady, but this is going a little bit east, and it's steady. And let's go to something else. Let's take this one. WLWY. Oh, okay, this one is a little bit, okay, this is pretty steady. And south, and a little bit uptick to the north. And the inflation is pretty active, we see here. Inflating from 2005, 2009, 10, deflating in 11, 12, 13, 14, then inflating 15, 16, deflating then up to now deflating. So you can see that, as one of the past geologists of Yellowstone used to say, Yellowstone is breathing, quote unquote. In other words, it's heaving up and down and up and down. So there's a lot of movement there, but did we see this one? YTP, last 24 hours, those are the earthquakes. Okay, it just shows us the earthquakes, or maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. I want the GPS. Okay. The GPS is pretty steady and seasonal here. Okay. Okay, and this is seismographs the last 24 hours. Okay, seismographs the last 24 hours. So you can see it's really hopping. Let's take this one here. Okay. And this one was just at that inlet, pretty close to it. Okay, so let's keep it. We're keeping an eye on this. Something very strange is happening here. Let's go to the volcano updates. Have they said anything about this swarm? No, this is only from July 1st. They have not come out with any monitoring map. They haven't come out with the news concerning this swarm yet, but we're keeping an eye on it. Are you comfortable with this? That's a very enigmatic answer. A question, yes, and I don't know. I'm not comfortable with this because it's right over the roof of the magma chamber. And 3.6, I mean, you know, even the 3.2, but this is too big for them not to say what they think concerning this swarm. And we have more here, more swarms there over the caldera, but these are big. You can see that these are big earthquakes compared to the little ones here. Okay, leave your comments, please, and thank you so much for your support.